Hello, everyone. Welcome to another bit of time to practice yoga together. Today, we'll do a fairly therapeutic blend, but we will be including some breath work. So, if you've been a little bit clogged up in your sinuses, you might want to have some Kleenex nearby. Otherwise, make sure that your stomach is empty, of course, before doing breath work. And let's get into a comfortable seated position. Crossing the legs with the non-habitual leg in front. Feeling the foundation of your sit bones rest into the ground. You feel your abdomen secure your place here on your mat. And you feel your sternum lift away as your front ribs draw gently inward. You feel opening across your collarbones and a gentle pulling backwards with the heads of the shoulders, feeling your shoulder blades slide down and slightly in so they can rest in the place they need to be. You notice the length through your neck and all the way up to the crown of your head. Now tapping into a sensation of lightness as you sit here. Let's extend out through the arms so that your wrists or forearms are on your knees, and you can put some pressure into the knees, just enough, just for some resistance to feel your chest lift. And make fists with your hands, hugging your thumbs in. So you're hugging your fingers around your thumbs, offering yourself a sense of grounded protection. We've got the elements represented through the fingers, hugging onto the self or the ego found in the thumb. Pausing here to reflect. What has been coming up for you lately? We do have a solar eclipse coming up in a few days on the new moon in Aries. So there's lots of other astrological aspects going on that I'm not going to get into right now. But the point is, we are certainly being faced with some deep changes. And these deep changes have to do with our identity and how we identify in the world. It also has to do with the way that we work, the way that we're connected to our family and our roots. So reflect on anything that may have been or may be coming up for you now, maybe the last few days, maybe the last couple of weeks. And notice how you can offer yourself this space of softening and grounding. This can also help lower the heart rate. And nice and easy, just release your hands. Lean back enough as you blink open the eyes, draw the legs in, give them a shake. And cross your opposite leg in front. Maybe moving into Siddhasana at this point, so opening the knees a little bit wider, stacking the heels in front of the perineum. This is opening the hip flexors a little bit more. Now we'll flip our palms upward. Draw a complete breath in through your nose as you gaze into your third eye, eyes closed. And as you exhale, hug your thumbs with your fingers and repeat in your mind Om, the sound Om, 7 times. Inhale, open your hands. Exhale, hug the thumbs, repeat Om in your mind 7 times. Inhale, open the hands. Exhale, hug the thumbs, repeat Om. Four more times in this cycle. Open up, breath in. Hug the thumbs as you repeat Om in your mind and exhale. So this is a Buddhist meditation of letting go and also of creating security in self. Beautiful. So after your 4th round, your next inhale opens your palms and you circle the arms all the way around and up. And exhale down in front of the heart. Beautiful. Again, circle around and up. And to the heart. So that meditation, keep moving your arms like this with your breath. That meditation is also a forgiveness meditation. It's been one of my favorites really for many, many years. It's a wonderful, like I had mentioned, a really wonderful grounding technique. And also just offering that extra space of kindness and compassion to yourself. And of course, like pretty much all mudras, it starts to bring more balance into our nervous system, or as we say in yoga, the channels of the 72,000 nadis. Excellent. So the next time we circle the arms around and up, keep the hands up as you lean back, undo the legs, but cross the right foot over the left and reach out in your Navasana boat pose. Then uncross the legs and lay them down so you can come Dandasana staff pose, fingers reaching up. And hands come down by the sides in our full Dandasana, straightening through the arms. Legs can be bent if it's challenging for your hips to be balanced here, so you could bend your legs. Complete inhale. And exhale, we're hinging forward at the hips. Turn your fingers to face the back of your mat, straighten your arms, draw your sternum to your toes. Press the inner edges of the feet together, reach your big toes forward. Feel your chest dive a little deeper down and your belly pull up and back. Just tiny increments. Another breath in and out. And inhale, come all the way up with the upper body. Sweep your fingers forward, lean back, let your knees bend in, and then extend the legs, crossing left ankle on right. Breath in and out, nice tall chest. And then we'll uncross the legs and once again, sit up tall, reach the fingers up, decide here if your knees need to be bent. And then exhale, reach the chest forward as the hands come forward, perhaps on the legs. Maybe you reach the feet. It doesn't really matter. Or go back to the original position we did last time with fingers reaching back. Gaze at the space between your toes. Your big toes, I mean. Draw the chest a little further forward. And release. Sit all the way up. Bend through the knees. Cross one leg in front of the other. Roll over the shins. We're in table pose. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Round the upper back. Cat pose. Dip the belly. Cow pose. Beautiful. 2 more. Notice the little spaces opening up. And come to stillness. And bring your hips to your heels. Extend and reach the arms overhead. We want about 60 degrees from the body. Think ego eradicator. Draw the fingers in, thumbs point toward each other. Arms stay straight and strong. Working our breath of fire. Begin. Breathe in, thumbs together, fingers reach, pelvic floor lifts. Send all the energy from your root up and out through your fingertips. Hold. And exhale, let the hands come down. Walk the fingers forward so you can shift to downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out here. And see if you can tap into stillness in your downward dog as we continue to hold. Notice how you can soften into some quiet of mind here. Beautiful. Few more cycles of breath. Notice all the strength you can cultivate to be in this position. Isn't that incredible? And come down into your table pose. So you're strong here. We're working into the breath. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, left leg extends back, hip height, right fingers extend forward, shoulder height. We exhale, elbow and knee meet underneath us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen, crunch. Speed it up. So active inhales and exhales here. So this is still considered a breath of fire, but we're active on the inhales and the exhales rather than having passive inhales and active exhales as we do in the ego eradicator. So stay with your movement and your breath. Good. Inhale, reach, hold, and release. Right hand down, left knee down. Right leg back, left hand forward, and crunch underneath. Lengthen, and crunch, and speed it up. Good. Inhale, hold, and release. Elbows come down underneath the shoulders. Dolphin pose, knees and hips come up. Your head does not touch the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out of the nose. Use your ujjayi breath. And lower your knees. Sit back onto your shins. Pause here for a moment. Check in with yourself. Palms face down on the thighs. You could just close the eyes. Hug your fingers around your thumbs and let your hands rest on your thighs. Notice your heart rate slow. And nice and easy, blink open your eyes, undo the mudra from your hands. Reach your chest forward and feel like you're almost sticking your bum backward. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Cross the thumbs, left over right for women, right over left for men. Squeeze your hands together tightly. Look forward, draw your elbows toward each other. You'll already feel your chest open and your face get a little stretch here. Now reach the knuckles back. Lengthen your arms to your edge. Optional, breath of fire. Active exhales, passive inhales. Pump the belly. Slow, deep breathing is also fine here. You choose. Breathe in and out. Slowly release it up. Fabulous. Sweep your feet out to one side and bring them back out in front of you. We're taking our peace fingers around our big toes, and then we're pressing the thumbs into the big toenails. So if it's challenging for you to reach your toes, I know you know that you can bend your knees, you could put a bolster behind your knees, whatever you got to do to keep your hips in a place where you can hinge forward and grab your big toes. And your gaze is forward. And we pause here. So see about relaxing enough through your shoulders that you can feel your chest draw a little further forward. And then we begin to straighten the arms and sit up. So again, your knees can stay bent. So we're going to keep the arms straight and the chest pulling forward. Breath of fire. Breathe in, hold, lift your pelvic floor up, and release. Exhale, sit all the way up. Pause here, breathe in, breathe out. Nice and easy. Slide yourself forward and down onto the mat so you can lay down. Your knees are bent, feet are on the mat. Then just draw the knees in so your hands can come onto the kneecaps and start to draw circles with the knees. Keep the legs together. And then go the other way. And then come into stillness. Bring your hands behind your knees or behind your thighs. Now start to rock forward and back, eventually getting some momentum. So you're rolling up and then you're rolling back over the shoulders. And just work this rolling. Smooth things out as best as you can. Fabulous. And then the next time you roll up, you're staying up. We're not quite done yet. And as you get up, we're opening the legs wide, but not super, super wide. So this is another place where you might want blocks or blankets behind your knees, because we're now gripping our index and middle fingers around the big toes from here, pressing the thumbs into the big toenails. So we're stimulating the brain, we're connecting our consciousness with our body, right? Because the body is a representation of the unconscious mind. So let's breathe through this. Again, make sure your legs aren't too far apart. If anything, bring them a little bit closer together than you naturally would. We're not going for that big stretch feeling. We're using the breath here. So we inhale, center. Exhale, pull to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. So we have active inhales and exhales here. Each time we're moving toward each leg, or each time you're moving toward each leg, you're pulling your chest toward your shin. Is it going to touch there? Like, no, but that's the course of action. And of course, through all of our yoga practices, regardless of what you're choosing, we're stimulating the lymphatic system. And we're really getting at that here, especially into the lymph nodes, the inguinal lymph nodes around the hips. So work your breath. But we're also getting into the spaces underneath into the armpits and around the shoulders and the ribs. Good. Next time you go to the left and come to center, inhale and pause. Press thumbs into toenails and release. Sit all the way up. Hands could come to the inner knees just so you can slide your feet in a bit easier. Give your legs a shake. Fabulous. From here, you can turn back to facing lengthwise on your mat. And we'll grab the big toes. Elbows are inside the knees. Inch your heels in toward your hips, and then lengthen the legs up to find your Navasana boat pose. I'm sure you can guess what we're going to do here. So gazing up to the toes, press your thumbs into your big toenails. You feel your chest open. You can do slow, deep breathing here, or maybe you want to try breath of fire, active exhales, passive inhales. So keep breathing, whether you're going slow or fast, and notice how through our practice today we're connecting with our body, of course, but we're connecting deeply with who we are here and now. And that might be different than what the world is asking us to become. That might be different than what's required of us for this next stage of life. So just notice what's been coming up for you. Which parts are ready to fall away and which parts are adapting in that are new. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out slowly. Let your knees bend, your feet come down. Release your grip. Give your legs a nice hug and shake. Fabulous. Isn't that great? So let's get one more really fabulous breath round in our life nerve stretch. So extend your legs out and lay yourself all the way down. Now for this practice, you can have your hands forward and onto your thighs, or you might want your hands underneath your hips. You're going to see what you like better. Pick the one that's easier. Draw the chin to the chest, head and shoulders roll up, look at your toes, reach the toes away and hover them. Breath of fire. If you have your hands on your thighs and it's a bit too much, switch to under the hips. Keep the feet hovering. Look toward your toes, open your heart. Pump your belly. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Come all the way down. Let your palms face up. Draw your chin into your throat. Make sure the back of your neck is long. Notice the shifting sensations through the body. Hug your fingers around your thumbs. Your palms are face up. Breathe all the way in. Think of all your worries that have been coming up lately. And exhale, open the hands, let it go. Inhale, hug your thumbs, think of your worries. And as you exhale, open the hands and repeat Om in your mind 7 times. Inhale again, so you're bringing up any doubts, any concerns, anything that's been coming up and blocking you lately. Let it all come forward. And then we release it with peace. Let's do that 2 more times. And nice and easy, after that final release, just let your fingers relax. Close down through the eyes if you're not there already. Notice how you're feeling. And though the world might be demanding a different version of you, it doesn't mean you have to decide all of it right now. So see if you can simply sit in the space of being exactly who you are and let yourself rest just for a little bit. Really listen deeply to what you need. And be brave enough to make the changes that need to be made. The key is to listen to the wisdom of your soul and not the ego. Listen to the callings of your heart and the knowing that you feel deep within you of what you need to do. Enjoy a full breath in as you stretch and reach the arms overhead. And let it go. Drag your heels in and give yourself a hug and a gentle rock side to side. And then nice and easy, roll yourself over to the right and press up into a seat that's comfortable for you. And here we are. Look at that, all grounded and refreshed. Bring the palms together in front of the heart and draw a full breath all the way in of love and gratitude into yourself. And a full breath out of love and gratitude for everyone else. And thank you for our practice today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And that just means peace, peace, peace. And of course, I hope you feel super fantastic and refreshed and like we got to move through some of the stuff that might have been coming up lately. So sending you a whole lot of love. I certainly appreciate you.